As you can see, it's smoking.
Bruh.
But I do have this one listed on my Shopify website as well as many other cups. So go ahead and check out the link down below if you guys are interested in purchasing this. Hey my little lattes, welcome back to my channel. So I know it has been some time, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys so I can share with you how I have been sealing the bottom of my snow globe tumblers. Now if you guys have watched any of my snow globe tumbler videos, I have shared like how to actually make the snow globe tumblers and also how to make like the rhinestone lids and stuff like that. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how I have been sealing the tumblers with UV resin. Now, again, if you guys watched how I make the snow globe tumblers, you guys saw that I was using the amazing clear cast epoxies, and now I have been using the UV resin. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So I'm going to show you guys how I get it to look like this. So it's all nice and smooth. It also has my logo, and I'll show you guys how I do this. So before we get started, I did want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Dossier. I have mentioned them in the past before, but Dossier is a fragrance company that takes inspiration from high-end fragrances, makes a dupe for that fragrance, and it is a much lower price. It is only $29 for these full-size bottles that you guys see right here. So this is what the bottles look like. Again, these are 50 milliliter bottles. And as you guys probably already know, but high-end fragrances can range anywhere from $50 to $250 even. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the fragrances that I received for this month. So as you guys can see here, these are the fragrances that I received this month. So I do have the fruity almond. I actually asked for that twice because it's such a good fragrance. I love how this one smells, and this is the Carolina Herrera fragrance. And then I do also really like this one. This is the first time that I've actually had this one. This is floral grapefruit, and this one is actually inspired by Chanel, and I think that this is probably going to become one of my favorites as well because this one is so good. And so they always include like a little sample size that you can use to smell the fragrance before you actually use the big bottle. And if you don't like the fragrance, they do have a 30-day risk-free system where you can either exchange it or just return the fragrance if you don't like it. So if you guys are interested at all in the fragrances, remember they have like Versace, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana. They have so many fragrances, not only for women, but also for men. So if you're interested at all, check out the link in my description box. You guys will see also a discount code there. Be sure to use that if you're interested. And let's go ahead and get started with the rest of the video. All right guys, so I kind of showed you what it'll look like. It'll look something like this. It is pretty smooth, and also I do have my logo or like my username here. So that's what it'll look like. And instead of it taking, you know, 10-15 hours or so to dry, especially if you need to do multiple layers, it's only gonna take about 2 minutes total. So it is literally that quick, you guys. So let me go ahead and show you guys first. I have all these cups to seal right here. I'm obviously only going to show you guys how I seal one of these. I have shown you guys in detail how to actually make the snow globes. Obviously you drill the holes first. You add in the glitter. So for this one's going to have all hearts. And then of course your glycerin and water mix. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. I use 2/3 glycerin and then the rest of that distilled water. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in first so that I make sure that I don't have any gas or any bubbles at the bottom or like stuck down here. That's what'll give your snow globe like that stuck glitter look, I guess. You're gonna make sure that none of the glitter is stuck down there. So I'm gonna just fill the rest of my cup. All right, so once I kind of cleaned it off with just a regular paper towel, I go ahead and add some alcohol. So I just poured the alcohol like on my towel. You can pour it onto the cup, whatever you like. Then just make sure it's super clean, you guys. You wanna make sure that there's no glycerin like coming out of the hole at all. And the way that I check that is I will place my towel over the hole, touch it, use my finger to look at that, and if there's no glycerin at all, it's like ready to seal. I'm gonna show you guys what you'll need to seal this. Again, it's gonna be like 2 minutes. So the first thing you'll need are these adhesive dots. These are the Gorilla brand. You'll also need UV resin and a UV lamp, and I'll go ahead and link these two in my description box, as well as the adhesive dots. But you'll need all these things to seal the bottom, and this is obviously optional, but I do also just make my own little labels with like my username from my Instagram, which we'll go ahead and place there in a minute. So I will go ahead and take first an adhesive glue dot. So these adhesive dots are not huge. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but they're really not that big, to be quite honest. It's only about 1/2 inch. So you do have to make sure that the hole is not bigger than that. If it is bigger than this, it's going to be really hard to close. You'll end up having leaks, all that kind of stuff. There are probably other things to use other than this. You can also use like the epoxy tape. I've heard some people say. I haven't personally tried it, but I'm just going to show you guys what I do. So I will take one adhesive dot, and I'm going to go ahead and just rip it off. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's actually like on here. The adhesive dot is stuck on here. Well, here's the bottom of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just place it over the hole. I like to just double check it's still not leaking or anything, or like don't press too hard either, because it will like jump out the liquid. But as long as the liquid's not, you know, at the surface anywhere, you'll be okay. So I'm just gonna place the dot like right over the hole, and then just press it down. And you can press this down with your nail or like a weeding tool or whatever, and then quickly pull that off. So it's gonna look like that. Now that's only one dot there. Now, as you guys can see, I kind of placed the glue dot like too much to the edge there. Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna take another glue dot and then just kind of place it at the other side now. So just kind of press that on, and then remember to quickly remove it. And now it looks like that. And I'm going to take a weeding tool to just press down all around. You see how like right here it's like really close to the edge? I might add another dot there, even like on this side. So I'm actually just gonna do that. It's better to just, you know, be safe than sorry, because then later on you'll have to remove it. These do come with like 150 per pack, so it's fine. I have quite a few to use. Usually I can do it with like 2 or 3, but you know, use however many you need. Here's the next one. This is the 4th one. Now I will go ahead and press it all down with my weeding tool and kind of like smear it on, almost like I'm smearing on the glue dots, just to make sure that they're really stuck on. You see how right here it like kind of lifted a little? Just keep pressing down. Don't move your cup at this point too much, because you don't want it to like mess. You don't want the glycerin to mess with the glue dot right now at all until it's like completely sealed. So I'm going to go ahead and take my UV resin next, and I do already have my lamp turned on right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a thin layer, but thick enough to cover this, and just thin enough that I'm going to do like a second layer after this. So I kind of just start like right here, and then I kind of just go all the way around and stop. You see how it's not completely filled yet? Well, I can just wait. This kind of moves on its own, or like I can tilt it a little bit, as you guys can see. And then I do like to make sure that it's touching all sides of the edge of the cup. So just make sure of that. Now, if you do have any bubbles anywhere, you can go ahead and pop those. Little micro bubbles will not be really able to pop. It'll just be like the bigger bubbles that you can pop. So this is fine, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and place it under the lamp now. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on for 1 minute. So it is normal for it to smoke up, as you guys can see here. And I'm just gonna leave it like in real time so you guys can see it. And if you have like a little stand for this, that'll be easier. It'll just hold it like this for you, but I'm literally just holding it with my hand right now. Now this UV resin does have like a smell to it. So, you know, don't do this around your kids maybe, or like pets or whatever. But okay, so it is done now, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my little logo sticker that I showed you guys. So I'm gonna take that, and I mean, I'm kind of OCD, so I do like to like line it up nicely, or I try to at least.
Okay.
Put that on straight. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and do the second layer. So this will be to the top. Now I am filling this all the way to the top, but don't overdo it, because then it can create like bumps, I guess, and then it won't sit straight when you're trying to like stand your cup up. So that's what it looks like. I'm just kind of making sure it's all around the cup. You can move like a weeding tool across this, and yeah, if you have bubbles, again, you can pop it with like a weeding tool. So this is a lot less messy too, I find, and it looks good so far, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and place it under the light again for 60 seconds. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wait the 1 minute and then show you guys that it's gonna be done. 3 seconds left. Okay, so that is done, you guys. Now at first it is gonna feel a little bit warm, like right now I'm touching it, and it is pretty hot actually. So, you know, you can let this cool off, but as you can see, it is completely sealed. There's no leaks or anything. It's done, and it only took 2 minutes as opposed to when it used to take me like the whole day. But here's what it looks like right now. And I do have this cup in my Shopify as well as my Etsy shop. As you can see, there is a little bubble here, and again, I said this is completely normal. Minimal bubbles is okay, it's completely normal. But you do want to prevent like a huge bubble. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Comment down below. So this is what the cup kind of looks like once it's done. So here's where I'm at right now. So I obviously still have a few more steps to go. I usually wash it at this point and then add any other like decals and stuff like that, the rhinestones and everything, after it's all nice and clean. I do have this one listed on my Shopify website as well as many other cups, so go ahead and check out the link down below if you guys are interested in purchasing this. So that is pretty much how I seal the tumblers now, you guys, and it has been a lot faster. So I will go ahead and list everything that I mentioned or used in today's video down below, as well as the fragrances, you guys. These fragrances here are only $29 for the 50 milliliter bottle, and then it comes with like a little sample size and then the little card where you can see what fragrance it is inspired by. So with all that being said, you guys, let me know what you guys thought of this method. Let me know if you're gonna try it or if you have tried it. Comment down below. If you are coming over from my Instagram, I'd also love to know if you guys found me here or on Instagram. All right, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Bye.